Ta-da! It's the season for beefing up. We're making Bò Kho, aka Vietnamese Beef Stew. Our beef stew is super aromatic. It doesn't have much. It just has like beef, tendons, and carrots. It's pretty simple. Since fall is coming, I wanted to start making some soups and stews because the weather's been changing. I'm gonna simplify it and show you my easy way to make it because in my kitchen, easy is king or queen. So the Vietnamese beef stew is traditionally served with bread. I didn't know until I moved to the West Coast that it's also served with noodles. To be honest, it was really freaking weird to me when I went to a restaurant and they served it with noodles for the first time. But you know, I'd always try everything once, and I actually tried it with noodles and it's actually pretty good. But I still prefer it the classic way with bread. Here we have a French bread. We're just gonna cut these into slices, like, I don't know, an inch apart. You want these to be kind of like crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside to like soak up the stew. Use this knife for bread and literally that's it. Has no other function but slicing bread in my life. So we're gonna put these aside and then we're gonna toast these right before we serve the stew. Now we have our bread basket. Now we're gonna prep the ingredients to make the stew. First, garlic into like little small pieces. Basically, you're gonna mince them. Don't you love hearing the sound of like a sharp knife cut like crisp vegetables? Oh my gosh, I love it. So I just roughly chop it, to be honest, because I'm lazy. I always like save my onions because I don't always use a full onion for a recipe. And I think it's just a waste if I throw it. So, quarter of an onion, peel the outside. Same thing, we're just gonna roughly chop this one. This can be a little bit bigger just because an onion is bigger. The garlic's hella small. Chop. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have this issue, but like when I was younger growing up and I chopped onions, I never cried. And then now I slice an onion and the waterworks won't stop. Oh my god, I can't believe. Okay. We're also gonna use lemongrass, but it's kind of a pain to mince. So I buy mine frozen. So it looks like this. Already like minced for you, you just scoop it and put it in the recipe. So the only prominent vegetable in our Bò Kho is carrots. Unfortunately, this is all the carrots I got today. I accidentally used too many in my dough chul. So we're gonna make do with these carrots. I'm gonna cut these into like kind of big chunks, like that. Now, let's cut the meat. You can honestly use any cut of beef, but today I'm gonna use beef shank because it was on sale. So for the beef, you just wanna cut it into cubes, like 1 inch, 1.5 inch cubes, doesn't really matter. So probably about that big. I would say just roughly make sure they're about the same size so they cook around the same time. Because if you cut some small ass ones and then you cut some big ones, then they're just not gonna cook at the same time. I also like having some beef tendon as well. You can get this at most Asian grocery store. I only get one because I only cook for me and John. My secret to an easy Bò Kho is this, the Cook With Foods Bò Kho seasoning mix. I usually use the regular one, but when I went to 99 Ranch, they only had the vegetarian one. So it's fine, we'll just use this. But I do recommend getting the regular one that's not vegetarian. Season the meat with like a, I don't know, a spoonful. Okay, 2 spoonfuls. I always grab like 2 smaller bowls, I swear. You can start with some oil. I'm using coconut oil because it's all I got right now, but you can use any veggie oil. The onion. We're gonna add lemongrass. I like a good amount of this, so. And then the garlic. Smells so good. Then we're gonna add some water. After you add in the water, you wanna add in the tendons because they take a long time to cook. And make sure you scrape the bottom of the pot because that's where all the flavor is. Bring it to a boil and then we're gonna simmer it until the meat is soft. So it's been cooking for a while now on simmer. So we're gonna add our carrots in. Taste and season the broth as we go. So we're gonna use the Bò Kho seasoning, a tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of either chicken or mushroom bouillon, fish sauce. Finally, you're gonna salt and pepper to taste. Salt, and a touch of pepper. You're gonna let it simmer for a little bit until the carrots are soft, and then you're all set. There we go. And then to garnish, I just use some green onions and lime.